Ethereum against BTC is going completely wild, guys. We have a massive breakout coming in right here, which I want to discuss in today's video. Bitcoin is forming a ascending triangle, as you can see right here. We are still holding above the 60-day cycle low, so this has a higher likelihood to break out to the upside. Also, I want to talk about the possibility that we might see one last Bitcoin push before a very big correction based on this specific chart. And we are also going to have a look at some other topics, guys, which are very important. Is the Bitcoin spot ETF approval, is it possible that that situation could result in millions of unbacked Bitcoin, similar as what happened to gold? And on the 29th of December, a lot of Bitcoin options will get expired, and I want to give my thoughts about that in today's video as well. So guys, let's jump straight into it. And of course, guys, let's just start off with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is actually looking pretty good. Like I said in my previous videos as well, if we bring out the nice indicator, the volume momentum indicator, we can see that we actually turned into the green. So right here, when we were red and we were coming up, I was already saying like, yeah, this is actually looking pretty bullish. We can also see that the relative strength index is breaking out. We are trading back above the 4-hour EMA ribbon. This is all very shorter term time frame bullish. But if we just have a look at the structure of Bitcoin, then we are in a ascending triangle, which means that we have an uptrending support and we have a horizontal resistance. Generally, guys, these patterns break out to the upside. They have roughly a 60 to 40% chance of breaking out to the upside, but when you enter these patterns from an uptrend, it increases that likelihood. So it increases the likelihood maybe by 10%, so you have like 70-30%. 70 to 30 that this thing is going to break out to the upside. The target of this formation would be the width of the triangle put at the point of breakout. The target would be at $48,000 US. And guys, I have to say that this really makes a lot of sense. The only thing that really bothers me a little bit is maybe a lot of people are expecting this, but this would make so much sense. And I will tell you exactly why. Because this is the stablecoin dominance. If we scroll down on the stablecoin dominance, we can see that we are in this bigger declining channel, as you can see right here. And we are just very close to that support of that declining channel, but we didn't hit that support. And on the relative strength index, you can see we're already coming up, but we might get one last dip and then form that bullish divergence with a lower low in the price, higher low in the relative strength index, and then maybe you see that bigger Bitcoin correction that a lot of people are waiting for bouncing, maybe go back to the top of this channel. Like in a crazy scenario, we could even go back to retest this level again. I don't think so, but the top of this channel is definitely possible, guys. And Bitcoin going back to the top of this channel is a Bitcoin price at maybe 26 to 30,000 US dollars. So that is quite a big correction, and we would still be bullish. We could still be in a bull market with such a big correction. So very interesting. Bitcoin has been seeing a lot of bullish momentum in the past couple of months. So yeah, definitely not out of the books to get quite of a correction right here. Then guys, I want to talk about this one. This chart is just looking very, very beautiful. And I've been talking about this chart on this channel for the past couple of days. I've mostly been making videos about Ethereum because, like I said in these videos, I think all the attention will go to Ethereum. Why is that? Well, Bitcoin already had its rally. Bitcoin already had its attention. We are not even 2 weeks in front of the Bitcoin ETF approval. A lot of bullish news, which I personally think a lot of it is already priced in. Therefore, a lot of people actually forgot Ethereum. But Ethereum just hit like a massive support. We entered this support, guys, with our Bitcoin holdings. I put half of my HODL portfolio, even more, maybe even 60% of my HODL portfolio from Bitcoin, I put in Ethereum right here at the bottom. We shared that also over on Will Alerts, the moment right here at the bottom, and I made the video when we had the small wick already. outside of that low. So I definitely want everyone on time, and right now you can see that we can have a very nice green bullish engulfing candle. So we have a nice buying wick right here, so people don't let any grow any grass over it to buy Ethereum. We go back up, but what I would really love to see is breaking back into this falling wedge formation, because that's something that we often see in crypto. Breakdown of a falling wedge, move sideways, break back into the wedge, and the moment often we are breaking back into the wedge, this thing goes pretty quickly to the resistance, pretty quickly breaking out, and then I think this is going to be a very important level. This is from the declining resistance, but I think we even could go up as high. We could get a move like something we have seen before in the past with Ethereum against Bitcoin, where it just goes completely crazy, and I'm really happy with my entry, because right now I'm already in this position with like 60% of my portfolio right at the bottom. So even though I can take now already some profits, I have already quite some profit. 10% on 60% of your portfolio is actually pretty good. We also have a relative strength index breakout right here, declining resistance, and I got some comments from people like, why are you searching for dimes in this market? So for me, this is not a dime, especially not if you use a big part of your HODL portfolio. Second of all, you don't know what this move is going to do, so you place yourself in a position of strength. You go in right here where you have a very good risk to reward ratio and very clear invalidation. When it goes up, you are on profit, but you don't know how much is going to go up, so you can take profits along the way, because maybe we are going to see a crazy move with Ethereum, right? Why not? We have seen it in the past, and Ethereum has been bleeding against Bitcoin pretty ugly, so there is definitely some room for relief, and the breakout on the relative strength index already shows me that we are breaking somewhat of a structure. So I would expect this to go back into this falling wedge formation and break out to the upside. If that doesn't happen, then it's just a less likely scenario. But as far as this chart looks right now, it's actually looking quite bullish. On the daily time frame, you can also see it a little bit better. It looks like we already broke kind of in that wedge formation. We had also this nice bullish divergences, relative strength index making higher lows, as you can see right here, lower lows in the price. I think this was actually a very beautiful trade, and this is a trade that I made almost every single cycle. Last cycle I did it the same again. First I'm going all in Bitcoin, wait till Bitcoin completes its rally, then drop a big chunk of my Bitcoin into Ethereum, then wait until Ethereum completes its rally, and then go look for the micro caps, because after Ethereum starts to rally, we are often seeing the micro caps, and after the micro caps, we are often seeing the memes, and in this case, probably NFTs as well. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. I want to go ASAP to 20,000 subscribers. That's very important, big milestone. And lately, we are doing a great job. You guys doing a great job. So let's go. Then I want to bring out this news article, because this actually could be very bearish for Bitcoin. Bitcoin spot ETF could result in millions of unbacked BTC. And I want to have a quick talk about this, not too long. The thing is, with a Bitcoin ETF, they have to be backed by Bitcoin, right? But how do we know it's actually backed by Bitcoin? It's the same with gold ETF. They say that because of the gold ETF, banks were able to manipulate the gold price because they issue as many gold as possible through an ETF, not through physical gold, right? But through an ETF, which has to be backed by, but is not backed by. That could also happen with Bitcoin, where they just make ETFs without that it's really backed by Bitcoin, right? So I think it's very important that actually the difference between gold and Bitcoin, which has a little bit hope of Bitcoin, is that we have the blockchain, right? We have the blockchain, so it should be that everything is transparent. So I don't know if it's possible, if they are going to do that, but that they, for example, have some public wallet addresses, the Bitcoin ETF holders, or the institutions, or the financial instruments, that they have somewhat of transparency, that people like you and me can have a look like, okay, they own this much Bitcoin and so forth. But of course, most important, guys, is that you just have self-custody over your Bitcoin, because not only is this something that they could manipulate with, but they could also seize it. Something that happened in the Second World War with the gold ETF. People who were holding or were owners of a gold ETF got seized by the government, right? Because this is from such a financial instrument, it gives back again the power to governments and to institutions, banks, and so forth, right? That's something that we don't want. That's why we are in crypto, right? That's why it's so important to have self-custody. So actually the Bitcoin ETF, in the end, it's not really bullish for Bitcoin. Of course, it makes it easier for the Joe Schmo to basically buy Bitcoin, or for institutions to roll into Bitcoin without having to have a ledger or without having to have self-custody. But it basically opens a lot of holes in the system for it to be fair. So that's just something I want to mention, guys. Then I want to quickly go over this thing. Tomorrow, the 29th of December, there's a lot of like 10 billion in Bitcoin options expire around that date, like the 29th of December. That is from the Bitcoin CME Futures and from the Ribbit options. And the thing is, 60% is bullish, 30% is bearish. So actually you can see it a little bit like funding rates. The majority is bullish. So there is even a chance that the market makers will try to push the market down for tomorrow, get that volatility, so that the bulls get less profits in this Bitcoin option expiry. I'm not really sure if that's going to be the case, but what we often see, and it's very difficult to predict the direction, but what we often see when there's such a big amount of money being expired, which means that basically a lot of money is leaving the markets, we're seeing a lot of volatility in Bitcoin. So it doesn't predict the direction, but it does predict volatility. Then, guys, we have a very nice tweet from Pentoshi, fellow Dutch guy, and he basically says in this tweet, and I don't want to read it completely, but I think he has a very good point right here, that you and I all have possibilities to make life-changing money, but the most important part is that you actually take profits on that life-changing money, because I've seen it now also already in 2 cycles. I've seen life-changing money, and I see it also disappear. So it's very important that you realize that you're not the smartest in the room, that you're not the smartest participant in the markets, because the chance that you are the smartest participant in the market is basically close to zero. Same for me. So you got to have somewhat of a strategy, somewhat of an exit strategy, right? Because if you don't have an exit strategy, sooner or later, all your unrealized profits will be given to the smart traders, to the people that do have systems, to the people that do take profits, right? So, yeah, I already made a plan of my profit taking. I also shared it over on Will Alerts. I'm going to share that over there more aggressively. If you want to be part of that, you can do so by basically joining one of these exchanges down below. Will Alerts is a private Telegram channel, which we can join for free just by being an active trader on one of these 3 exchanges. You can submit your user ID on willporter.com, but basically you should have a plan in place where you know when you're going to take profits, right? Where you can take some chips off the table, diversify into different things. Very important, guys. But okay, guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, smash up the like button. If you have not done it yet, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon. Like I said, if you want to join Will Alerts, join Bybit, BingX, or BitGet with the affiliate link down below. You will get extra bonuses as well by joining these exchanges with the specific affiliate link down below. If you haven't seen my Bybit tutorials on how to create a passive income using copy trading, trading bots, grid trading, futures martingale trading bots, and many more things, even a secret way on how to avoid to pay almost no fees on Bybit, make sure to watch all of my Bybit tutorials, as it will greatly improve your knowledge on how to create a passive income safely on this beautiful exchange. Guys, I wish you all a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.